Welcome to video lecture series on optical communication. I am Kanakadurga from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as an associate professor in EC department. I want to discuss on ray theory transmission. So mainly in this talk we are going to concentrate on acceptance angle and numerical aperture, acceptance cone. So what's a ray theory transmission? So mainly these are the things: acceptance angle, acceptance cones, and numerical aperture. So what is meant by acceptance angle? The acceptance angle of an optical fiber is defined as the maximum angle of a ray hitting the fiber core which allows the incidence angle to be guided in the core. Nothing but whenever the light ray has been incident in the core type of a material, this has to go for once it has been hitting the core type of material, it has to be passed through the total internal reflection concept only. So it has to be remained in the core itself for total internal reflection concept. It should be remained in the core itself. That how many angles can be over present? Nothing but when the total internal reflections we are going to get when the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, then the light ray will be remained in the same medium. That is nothing but total internal reflection. The angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. Suppose I got the critical angle is 44 degrees. So in that the critical angle should be 44. At that time the incidence of angles can be having the greater than that value, like 45, 47, 48 or 50, 52, 53, any range of the values we are can consider such a way that in order to get the total internal reflection concept, those type of angles, those are the range of the angles we are going to call it as a acceptance angle. So in this, the acceptance angle, when I am going to incidence a light ray, it has to be remains in the same core material. That type of incidence of angles we are going to call it as a acceptance angles. So whatever the range of the angles has been present, those type of angles we are going to call it as a acceptance angle. If I am going to consider with respect to the positive axis and the negative axis, both the scenario, what are the range of the axis with respect to the positive and the negative case of the acceptance angle of incidence, such a way that in order to follow the total internal reflection concept, that we are going to call it as a acceptance cone. So this is going to be a positive and negative direction of the case. Whatever the has been there, the range of the angles of the incidence of angles has been present in order to go for total internal reflection of the concept with respect to the optical fiber. That type we are going to call it as a acceptance angle. So in this refractive index of the core and the cladding are going to be plays a vital role. Depending upon that only it's going to be remained in the material or not. So numerical aperture, what is a numerical aperture and how we are going to calculate the numerical aperture, we have to discuss in that. And what is the formula for acceptance angle is that T maximum over here, the maximum of the angle, we are going to call it as maximum of the range. Acceptance angle will be equals to sine inverse of n2 n1 minus n2 square under root of n0. This will be called as a acceptance angle. The sine inverse of theta maximum, it will be equals to n1 square minus n2 square by n0. When we are going to consider the air as a medium over that, where we are going to do the equation of the demonstration, that we are going to n0 will be equals to 1. Then theta maximum will be equals to sine inverse of n1 square minus n2 square. So that the acceptance angle or goes for I can call it as a TA or acceptance angle purpose, that will be equals to sine inverse of n1 square minus n2 square under root. Depending upon that, we can calculate the numerical aperture. So what's the numerical aperture is a measure of ability of an optical fiber can capture the light. So measure of the ability of an optical fiber, the capturing of the light, we are going to call it as a numerical aperture. So over the measurement of it, where it goes for numerical aperture will be equals to, same the case like Na will be equals to sine of Na is equals to sine of theta maximum. This is a formula for numerical aperture, or where theta maximum is the acceptance angle. For we have calculated the acceptance angle is equals to n1 square under root of n1 square minus n2 square. So if I am going to place over here, Na is equals to sine inverse of n1 square minus n2 square under root. Okay, this gives us the numerical aperture of the value. So Na will be equals to the value go for under root of n1 square minus n2 square. So how much the way you are going to be incidence a light ray with respect to the air having a medium of n0, where you are going to be done, and n1 is the refractive index of the core and n2 is the refractive index of the cladding. And we are going to consider, since the air is a medium, the n0 will be equals to, in the case goes for 1. Otherwise we will have the numerical aperture will be equals to n1 square minus n2 square by n0 of the case. We are not since it is air is a medium, we are not considering that. Geometrical optics of the description, like the modes of the operation in this, how they are propagate, that is the geometrical. The way it is going to be transmitted or the way it going to be propagated will be called as a geometrical optics of description. So optical fiber, based on that modes, there are normally will be two types. One is a single mode of fibers, and second one is a multi-mode of fibers. First of all, what is meant by mode? Mode is one which describes the nature of propagation of electromagnetic waves in a guide. So the way it going to be propagate, the nature of the propagation of the electromagnetic waves of in the waveguide, we are going to call it as a mode. It is allowed the direction to be associated with the angles satisfies the condition for the total internal reflection and constructive interferences. Based on the number of modes that propagate through the optical fiber, they are classified into two categories. One is a single mode fiber, another one is a multi-mode fiber. What does the single mode fiber? If you are in the optical fiber cable, if you are going to propagate only a single only one fundamental mode, that type of propagation we are going to call it as a single mode or fundamental mode of propagation. If I am going to propagate more number of hundreds of the waves are going to be sent in the waveguide of 100 modes of propagations has been occurring over there, more than that type of propagation we are going to call it as a multi-mode of fibers. So single mode, a fiber is only one mode which is transmitted through, then it is said to be a single mode. If you observe, you are going to transmit only a single ray of light ray through the optical fiber with respect to the total internal reflection of a concept, it will be called as a single mode. So in order to send a single light ray, the radius of the fiber we are going to consider it has very less. Typically for the single mode of fibers, the core radius goes for 3 micrometers, and the numerical aperture is going to be 0.1, and the wavelength goes for 0.8 micrometers. So what are the characteristics of single mode of the fiber? Having that, it having only one path with respect to that of total internal reflection, only one wave, and the same it is going to be hit the core and going to be repeated. And the core of the diameter is very small, since we are going to consider only one ray in order to transmit. It requires very small amount of radius with respect to the core, and no dispersion going to be occurred, nothing but no other wave is going to be propagated, and no crosstalks, and the loss are going to be occurs in the optical fiber. And the higher bandwidth of the range is going to be there for single mode of propagation, used for long haul of communications, like in order to send the information for long distance of purpose, we can use a single mode. And fabrication is very difficult and the costliest one. So multi-mode of fibers, if you observe in this, there are so many light rays are going to be propagated. In this case, more than one mode can be transmitted through the optical fiber, then it can be called it as a multi-mode fiber. And in this, the way of propagation will be different from one wave to another wave. So for that, since we have to send more number of light rays of the information, the larger the core radius of multi-mode fiber is going to be considered. The large core radius of multi-mode fibers are made easiest to launch. Optical fiber facilitates with respect to end-to-end connections. So why in this case? So what are the characteristics of multi-mode fiber is having that more than one path is going to be available, since more paths are going to be exist for the mode propagation in the multi-mode, and the core of the diameter is going to be higher in order to transmit or in order to send the signals of light rays of more in number, we require a higher diameter. And the higher dispersion is the thing, but since there are existing different paths, and sometimes the light rays are going to having the collision with respect to the each other, at that time we are losing the information with respect to the higher dispersion rate will be there. And in this case of lower bandwidth of the case, since all the fiber has been occupied with every range of light has been occupied with respect to one of the light information, so the bandwidth goes for lower case when compared with the single mode. And since there are going to be having the crosstalk and the dispersions are going to be more in the multi-mode of concepts, we cannot able to use them for longer distances purpose. So for that we have to go for, in order to avoid the dispersions of the case and the crosstalk of the interferences, in order to avoid all these things, we have to go for only shorter distance communication. And fabrication is less difficult and not costliest one. These are the references. Thank you.